Okay, welcome back. We're going to film another episode of Practical Camper. I'm here today with my wife, Meredith, and we want to talk about the 5 most important things you take when you go camping.
Yes.
To us. So we've each come up with a list of 5.
And we don't know each other's 5. We figure some of them are going to be the same, though.
Okay, Meredith, let's hear your first item on the list. You have to go first.
I just told you had to go first. So my first one is pretty obvious. It's actually a tent, because when you go camping, you need shelter. But also on the tent, it's like, don't go with a cheap one. It's kind of how mine is. It has to be a decent tent. Is my most important thing.
No like
Nothing.
no bottom shelf Ozarka Trail.
Basically, my rule is if you can win it at like a Dave & Buster's, it's not right.
Yeah. Okay. So no Dave & Buster's tents.
No Dave & Buster style tent that you can win with ticket.
Okay.
All right. What about yours?
My first item, most important item, would actually be a bedroll.
Oh, that was my next one.
Oh, busted. Because there's been times that I don't actually use a tent when camping. I kind of went through a phase for a while where I just decided, you know what, life is too short to spend time setting up tents. And for a while, when we would go camping, we'd just throw a tarp out and throw the sleeping bag or whatever we were sleeping in out on the ground, and that's what we did. Now that was more like Boy Scouts, kind of, growing up camping. Now that I'm an adult, I enjoy my tent. But definitely, I think a bedroll would be my number one, and that can be different things, of course, depending on the season. Either a heavy sleeping bag, or sometimes just some sort of sleeping pad and a sheet. I mean, we're down here in Texas, and I know sometimes in the summers camping in a tent, it's hot at night.
I'm saying what's most important to me besides the tent is the actual sleeping pad, because for a while I was a firm no sleeping bags. I didn't like sleeping on the ground, and I made even Grant bring an air mattress for me in the tent. And I will say the sleeping pad is so much more comfortable and so much easier, since we especially camp with 2 dogs. And so I love my sleeping pad now. Love, love, love it.
I had forgotten about your air mattress days.
Yeah.
And I remember always being grumpy because we would get to the campsite really late at night on a Friday, and I'd have to drag out the air mattress and then sit there and either blow it up myself or use the little pump thing.
Yeah.
And the pump you'd have to hold it just right to get it the air to go in. And I'm glad that you have come to the
realization.
Come to the light side of,
Well, and I know a lot of people that feel the same way I did, is they don't like sleeping on the ground, because camping is very uncomfortable with the rocks. Like, you very rarely are going to get an actual good flat surface.
Okay, what is your next item?
Oh, that was my second, so now it's your turn.
Okay, so your second was what?
Sleeping pad. Yours was like bedroll. Mine's sleeping pad. Mine's much more specific. So your turn.
Okay, my second most important item when I go camping would probably be a good flashlight. Because outside of sleeping, the other time when you're kind of, I don't want to say vulnerable, but the other time when you're kind of, need a good piece of equipment would be at night, when you're having to use a flashlight to find your way around. Because, we like camping in places that aren't very well lit, and it's good to have a heavy flashlight or a good headlamp to get around the campsite, especially when you show up at night and have never been
typically.
there. Yeah, we show up at night and we've never been to the campsites before, so it's important to have a good light to me.
See, I did not put this on my list because I always know he's going to bring a good one.
Yeah. Who needs a light? The husband's going to bring one.
Basically. So that's why that was, and so I'll say my third one is actually a good camping chair, because sometimes it's been raining or muggy or the tables aren't that great. I just like something with the backrest, honestly.
Yeah.
good camping chair to actually put near the fire. Because if you're gonna have a fire, you might as well sit by it for a while instead of the picnic table that's, you know, 7, 8 feet away. You know, it's pretty far away.
Yeah.
So it's a good camping chair. Yeah.
Okay. My third item would have to be a good camping stove. This is actually one of the things that I think is important when you're starting out camping, and we'll cover that in a later video someday. But a good camping stove, and by that I mean like a Coleman 2-burner propane stove.
Coleman, if you want to sponsor us.
Yeah. Coleman will be happy to take your money to continue talking about how much we like your stove. A good two-burner Coleman propane stove is, I mean, what I've grown up using. And
I grew up using it.
Those things are indestructible. I mean, the one that we got for free from some lady at she was trying to clean out her storage unit and just gave it to us, and it's been beat up and abused and put away.
Might be almost the same age we are.
It's old. Okay, so that was my third. So now what's your fourth?
My fourth. Now it's back to kind of combine with what Grant said at the bedroll. Mine's like a pillow and blankets. So even if I do have a sleeping bag, I'm the type of person that has to sleep with a blanket, and I really like pillows, but I've also found kind of like an alternative way. If we were really low on space, if we took a much smaller car or something else, is we would just put our clothes in some kind of pillowcase, so we wouldn't have to take a pillow. But I'm a person, as I said, I was one of the ones who was a firm believer in an air mattress, and so I want it to feel just as much as like a bed as possible. So it's blankets and a pillow for me.
My fourth item would have to be a tent or some sort of shelter now. So now we're talking, now that I've got my flashlight, I've got my stove and my bedroll, now we can splurge on the luxurious life of a tent. And I've seen my fair share of tents, and I really like the one we've got now. We'll do a video on it later, but it's a 4-man Coleman Sundome tent. It replaced, we had been using
How old was that one?
That tent was from the 80s. It's an old, I don't even know if there's still a brand anymore. It's a Camel brand tent. And the thing I hated about that other tent, besides the fact that it leaked and wasn't very good, it was in an octagon shape, so it wasn't very...
It was a lot harder to set up.
Yeah, it's hard. Well, not just to set up, but to put people in. You know, you've got a lot of wasted space around the outside edge. But then also, when you set it up, you had to take the poles, and there was a sleeve for that the poles had to run in from one end all the way to the other. Our current tent just has a short little sleeve at the top and then clips. I'm a firm believer in clips on tents. And that's why I like it. I can set up our Coleman Sundome all by myself if I need to, and I can take it down all by myself. It's a good little tent that holds us and 2 dogs just fine. Okay, so what's your fifth item?
My last item, this is the one that I thought was a little odd, but I definitely, every time we go camping, I have to bring it, is trash bags. Because even if you're not bringing food or you're not doing anything else like that, you don't realize how much trash you produce. And you don't want to go walking to the dumpster all the time. And so just trash bags. I think I've run out one time while camping, and that drove me up the wall, just because I would have to start storing it like in some weird like Ziploc bag or something, you know. And so making sure you have a trash bag all the time just to help keep your parks and your campsites clean.
I really like that answer. I didn't even think like, hey, trash bags are in the top 5 things you should take camping, but I really like that. And I mean, camping at a lot of Texas state parks, one thing that you learn is that not everybody has an emphasis on keeping the campsite clean. And it's unfortunate, because I think there's a lot of campsites that could be a little cleaner and a little, nicer. It would be nice not to see cigarette butts and bottle caps every time we go camping, or those stupid bread twist tie things.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Those are everywhere. But yeah, I like that a lot.
like
That's
that
smart.
answer?
Yeah. My fifth thing, and I'm gonna look bad for not picking something as altruistic as trash bags, but my fifth thing is my chair. And I enjoy a nice place to sit back and read a book on the campouts a lot of times, or sit around the fire. But a nice, comfortable chair. But
if you want to get into camping, you really don't need a lot. It's unless you want to go like hardcore out, where there's not a lot of, electricity or water. That's when you need more of the intense supplies. But just doing a quick day trip, and most people watching this have a park near you,
But I mean, that is one of the things I really like about camping is it's so cheap and easy to
and basic.
get started. Yeah.
And so, I mean, even between the two of us saying what you need to go camping right now, we have 8 or 9 things since we reviewed a couple.
Yeah. So
It's not too bad.
It's pretty easy.
You have less requirements for going to school.
Yes, those school supply lists can be long. But anyway, I think that's pretty good. You want to put a pin in it, and we'll catch y'all later.
We'll talk to you later.
Thanks.
Keep on camping.